Thomas College could be recognized as the first JED-accredited campus in Maine.
The JED Foundation is designed to help schools evaluate and strengthen their mental health programs and resources.
Kadichi Lawrence has more.
The past few years have highlighted the importance of mental health among students.
I think coming through COVID, we've seen a lot more of students coming in. We were all isolated. People didn't have the same opportunities for social connection.
Thomas College reported a 20% increase in the number of scheduled counseling appointments in 2022 compared to the previous year. Chancellor Carol Gelada says it is due to a variety of factors.
For a lot of students, coming to college is the first time they can independently decide that they're going to get help.
Another factor is adjusting to a new setting.
Probably the three top issues that we see students coping with is anxiety, depression, and then relationship struggles.
The college's Dean of Student Affairs says they received 3 grants totaling over $70,000 to promote students' behavioral health. One of them was from the Maine Health Access Foundation.
That $30,000 grant for us, we're really able to leverage it and provide 2 what I think are pretty significant opportunities. The first is to be able to use $20,000 of that and partner with the JED Foundation.
While the college has always taken mental health seriously, they had the opportunity to hear firsthand from students.
In the spring of 2021, we had some students who participated in our President's Innovation Challenge to help us to problem solve. And we had 3 students at the time look at the issue of campus mental health.
The challenge involves listening to students like Olivia Rowe, a co-lead on the mental health program.
For me, I'm really passionate about mental health, and I think that it is a huge issue and a huge obstacle to kind of tackle just the stigma around mental health. And so I think that this is a really great opportunity to actually get out there and address those issues.
That's what they're hoping the grants funding will do.
Using these grant funds is instrumental in providing even better support to our current students and students going forward for many years.
My biggest thing is just you're not alone. Everyone's there with you, whether they say it or not, whether they're open about it or not. And we do have almost every single faculty and staff here that cares and is here to listen and also provide those resources, whether it's our counselors here at Thomas or kind of some hotlines or just other programs out there in the state of Maine.
Kadichi Lawrence, WABI TV5.